Today, we're going to break down one of the biggest ideas in self-improvement, what it actually means to lock in. And to do that, we're going to study someone who is an absolute master of it, the one and only Kobe Bryant.
Does this sound familiar? Whether you call it your winter arc or the great lock-in, it feels like every year there's some new trend pushing the same exact idea. We all get that sudden burst of motivation and we swear to ourselves, this is the time. This is the time I finally get serious.
But what usually ends up happening, we start off super strong, right? But then a few weeks, maybe a couple months later, that fire just kind of fizzles out and we're right back where we started, stuck in the same old habits. It is an unbelievably frustrating cycle, and let's be honest, almost all of us have been there.
So this brings us to the lock-in paradox. Why is it that some people seem to just break that cycle and crush their goals, while so many of the rest of us just drift? Well, a huge piece of that puzzle lies in studying one of the most disciplined athletes in the history of sports. Get this. This is Kobe at just 17 years old. He wasn't just hoping to be good or even great. His goal from day one was to be one of the best. That kind of singular, intense focus at such a young age, that was the foundation for literally everything that came next. So the question is, how did he actually do it?
Well, it all starts right here, with mastering your time and building a routine. This isn't about some huge, dramatic gesture. It's about what you do with the same 24 hours that everyone else gets, every single day. 4 o'clock in the morning. That was Kobe's wake-up call. Think about that. While his teammates were still sound asleep, he had already finished 2 full workouts. We're talking about a level of dedication that honestly seems superhuman, but it was all built on one really simple principle. Kobe understood something that a lot of us forget. Time is the one thing you can never, ever get back. Most of us complain we don't have enough time, but then we let hours just disappear while we're scrolling on our phones or binging another show. Kobe saw every single hour as a chance to get ahead.
And here's what makes this whole idea feel so much more possible. You don't have to wake up at 4 a.m., okay? The real point is that just one focused, distraction-free hour every day, done consistently, can lead to incredible results. I mean, just stop and think for a second. Where could you be in a year with that one solid hour?
That's because locking in isn't one giant leap forward. Nope, it's the compounding effect of 1,000 tiny, consistent steps, day after day, week after week. Real change doesn't happen overnight. It's built brick by brick. So the big takeaway here is this: motivation is unreliable. It's a feeling. It comes and it goes. A solid routine built on simple repetition, that is what carries you through on the days you just don't feel like it. And eventually, that routine becomes a habit, and that's when locking in becomes your new normal.
Okay, so a routine is great, but it's not enough by itself. To really make progress, you have to go from just working hard to working smart. And that means you need to build a system. Just look at this comparison. A goal, that's just a wish. I want to start a business. Okay, great. But a system, that's a roadmap. It breaks down that big, scary goal into clear, actionable steps. A system tells you exactly what to do next, and that completely eliminates that what now feeling that causes so many of us to just quit.
And Kobe? Well, he was an absolute master of systems. He didn't just practice randomly. He analyzed everything. He'd study 5 hours of film on a single game, track thousands of his own misses to find patterns, and obsess over why a shot was off by a single inch. See, that's the difference between just throwing effort at a wall and directed, intelligent work. So, you've got your routine, you've got your system. That builds the discipline. But there is one final, absolutely crucial piece that holds this whole thing together. And this is where delusion meets discipline. It's all about the mindset, a powerful belief that is backed up by relentless, nonstop work. This is such a fascinating idea. It's kind of like that old trick. To fall asleep, you first have to pretend you're asleep. It's the same thing here. You have to start acting like, thinking like, and seeing yourself as the person you want to become long before it's actually your reality. You basically trick your own mind into closing that gap.
Now, this is what people were telling a young Kobe when he was moving from Italy back to the US. They told him, be realistic. The competition is too tough. The outside world was just filled with doubt. But his internal belief was just so much stronger than all that external noise. He literally didn't care if anyone else believed him, because he believed it with every single fiber of his being. His delusion was so powerful that he basically forced it to become reality through sheer will and hard work. All right. So let's put all these pieces together. What is the actual formula to lock in? Well, it's a combination of everything we've just covered. Here it is. This is the core equation. Delusion without discipline, that's just a fantasy. You'll dream big, but you'll never do the work. And discipline without that delusion, that just leads straight to burnout. You'll work hard, sure, but without a powerful why, you're going to lose steam. You absolutely 100% need both.
And we'll end on this quote because it perfectly captures the entire idea. This is the secret. It's a two-part key, an unshakable, almost irrational belief in yourself, combined with your relentless, systematic work ethic to make that belief an undeniable truth.